Hey, what's up, champions? Gediminas here. Welcome to Financial Freedom TV. I hope you guys are doing fantastically well. Happy Friday. So for some of you, it's the end of the week. For some of you, it's the beginning of the weekend, right? So of course, don't let your weekend be your weekend, right? So make sure you keep crushing, make sure you keep building what you're building, make sure you keep doing what you're doing. If you're watching a replay of this, please do me a massive favor and stick hashtag replay into the comments. And if you're brand new, if you're watching one of my videos for the first time, then please do say new in the comments, because I'd love to say hello, send you a virtual hug, etc. And if you learn something or get value from this video, feel free to share it. Maybe somebody else will get some value too. So let me just give some shout outs. Hey Anna, hey Aisha, hey Romualda, hey Rena, hey Jenny. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for jumping on. Who else have we got here? We've got Louise, we've got Christina. Welcome guys, welcome. So today's video, the title is Are you following the clock or the compass? Now, what does it even mean? What does, what's the difference? Hey Natalie, hey Lex, hey Joyce. Nice to see you guys. So the difference is massive. You see, the clock and the compass represents something. So the clock represents the busyness of the life. It represents the busyness of the world, the stress, the other people's agendas, the schedules, the tight routine, and all of that. It basically represents things outside of you. So if you're following the clock, it basically means that your life is being controlled by the external life. So you're being driven by the external life, the pressures of the job, the pressures of this, the pressures of that, the stresses of this, etc. They are all moving you in this tunnel of life. Hey Monica, hey Victoria, hey Netta. Thanks for jumping on, girls. So it's sort of moving you almost against your will. If your life was a bus, are you a passenger sitting on the bus and the bus is just driving where it wants to drive? Or are you the driver of that bus? So when you're following the clock, that's when you're a passenger. You're basically just going with the flow. You're just allowing everybody else's agendas to control your life, to control your emotions, to control your feelings. So if somebody cuts you up in front of you with a car, you get mad at them, you get angry. If somebody does this, you get upset. If something happens, you're happy. So you're like that puppet, on the strings, being controlled by all of these external things to you. Now, the other side is the compass. And I actually have, I hope I can show you this. I have my compass here on my table. I want to show you that. It's pretty cool. I really like it. So this actually sits on my table for a reason. To remind me every day to follow my compass. So what is compass? Well, as opposed to the clock, which is external, the compass is internal. So the compass represents your definite major purpose in life. What were you put on this planet? What is your mission? What were you born to do? What were you born to achieve? What are your dreams? What are your ambitions? What are your burning desires? That's the compass. So instead of focusing on the seconds of the day, like, I need to do this and I need to put that and I need to do the washing and I need to run pick up the kids and then, the little stresses of life that so many people let to completely overwhelm their life, where they're no longer thinking ahead. They're no longer planning the future. They just, what's going to be the next 5 minutes? What's going to be in the next half an hour? They're just consumed by that busyness of life, where they don't even have time to plan the future anymore. And they say that most people spend a lot more time planning their grocery list than they plan their future 5 years, 10 years, and 15 years. If you counted the amount of hours that they put into it, right? Whereas the compass, it represents you focused on the direction of your life. So instead of just being focused on the seconds in front of you, you're keeping in touch with your long-term plan, with your long-term mission, with your agenda, with what you're supposed to achieve in this life. With the reason why, because I really doubt that any one of us were placed on this planet to pay the bills. I really doubt that any of us were placed on this planet just to go to school, get good grades, get into university, get good grades, get a job, work for 40 hours a week for 40 years, and retire after 40 years on 40% of something that wasn't enough to begin with, right? And then die 6 months later after retiring. I seriously doubt that that's the reason why any single person was placed on this planet. But so many people accept that. They say, well, that's the life. That's the life. Go to work, come back, have a beer, watch some telly, go to sleep. Get up, go to work, get home, watch some telly, have a beer, go to sleep. Weekend comes, have more beers, go to sleep. Monday, back to work, like a robot, like a zombie, right? Nothing changing in their life. No progress. No light at the end of the tunnel. Just a routine. Like I think it was Emerson who said, a quiet life of desperation. Like a hopeless existence. Where it's just waiting for that death to come and release you from this life, of torture and misery. You know what I mean? That's how a lot of people live. That's living by the clock. Now, on the other hand, you sometimes see these people achieving in life, living the dream, completely actualizing their potential, and really maximizing what they can do on this earth, from, donating millions to charities, to building multi-million companies, to, changing the religious lives, or changing the politics, or changing the sports, or whatever, right? Inventing things, etc. Guess what those people are living by? They're not living by the clock. They're living by the compass, right? They're living by the compass, because that arrow on the compass, that shows the true north, it shows the direction of your life. That's what it represents. So for me, I always have it on my table, so that every time I sit down, I put my computer on my table, on my desk, I see this in front of me, right? And it reminds me during the day, keep following the compass instead of following the clock, right? Keep following the big mission. Keep following the big vision. Keep following your definite major purpose in this life. Keep doing what you were born to do, what you were meant to do. And you decide, I can't come and say, Elena, you were born to do this in your life. And Louis, you were supposed to be doing it. No, it's your decision. You need to find what is your main, definite major purpose in life. What is your mission? What were the reason you were placed on this planet, And when you find it, you just make it happen. And it might not happen just right away. It doesn't mean that your bills go away. It doesn't mean that your job goes away. It doesn't mean that your kids go away. It doesn't mean that the traffic outside goes away. It's still there, but now it's not all that is there. You know what I mean? It's still there. You still have to pay your bills, or you'll get kicked out of your house. You still have to take your kids to school on time and pick them up on time, or you'll get some social services. You still have to drive in bloody traffic, etc. That doesn't go away, but that now is just part of the world outside. It's not all of it. You know what I mean? Because alongside of that is your mission. So you don't get so stressed anymore. You don't get so panicked and anxious about all of those little things, because you realize that they are just the little things of every day. Your gas bill coming a little bit higher than expected, or your car breaking down, or the washing machine on the blink, or boiler on the blink, or something like that. It no longer makes your life crumble to pieces and you go, right? Because you realize that in the big picture of your life, that boiler breaking down is pretty meaningless. In the big picture of your life, if we take your whole life as a journey, that guy that just cut you up in traffic and slammed on the brakes is really meaningless. It's really just a drop in the ocean. And it's not worth for you to get angry about, or to get upset about, or to get emotional about, or to let it affect you and stress you out. You know what I mean? Because it's such a tiny thing compared to your mission. You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to share with you. I hope this makes sense. I hope I didn't went a bit too high and lofty with my ideas, but I definitely wanted to share that with you today. I hope you did get some value. If you did, feel free to share this. And I've got a PDF document that I'd love to gift to you. And that PDF document is titled "How to Build a Home-Based Business Without Quitting Your Full-Time Job." If you'd like to get that PDF document from me, just drop me a message and I'll be more than happy to send you that PDF document. Okay? Have an awesome evening, guys. Love you loads. See you at the top. Bye for now.